All right, so another project broadcast tutorial for you. This time, what we're going to do is a lot of people run campaigns that are dependent on knowing what their client or customer are doing. And so you need to know when a person needs to get the first one. And a lot of times we ask them, let us know when you get your product. Let us know when you get your program and we'll get you started. And then that's our way of triggering the campaign. But what do you do when a person gets it and they start and they don't tell you and now they're on day 2 or they're on day 3? So this takes some work, but there is a way for you to build your campaigns and then make it so that you can send them starting with any day at any time. And so we'll just jump right in and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to do this. It is a long process, but if you just stick with me, it's worth it because once you've got it done, it's done. And so I actually deleted all of mine and I'm going to start it from scratch with you. So I have 7 days worth of messages that are dependent on when one of my clients starts day 1 of their program in my business. So I have a new client. They order. As soon as they order, I trigger a campaign that begins to prepare them for their order to arrive. Then once they get their order, they tell me I'm going to start this program. I'm going to start using this program on Monday or whatever day, but let's just say Monday. I'm going to start using this program on Monday. Great. We're going to get on a phone call and I have a simple template that I use that I send out and say, before we start you, before we get you going, make sure you watch this video. And it's a simple template that I send them. That's what we call our night before. Then after I'm on the phone with them, the night before they start my program, I click the start button for my 7-day campaign. So I immediately click the start button for my 7-day campaign. But what do I do if they don't tell me that their program arrived? What do I do if they don't tell me that they're going to start and they're like, oh, I already started. And I go, uh-oh, what day are you on? So this is how we're going to fix that. So what we're going to do is I have my 7-day campaign right here. Okay. It's called my week 1 client campaign and it's 7 different texts. Okay. And I currently have it set actually to where there's a 0-day delay. As soon as I add them to it, boom, it hits them with day 1. This is how I built this first one. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through and turn every single daily message into its own individual template. So that's step number 1. Okay. I want you to understand, really simple. I'll say it again. You're going to go through every single daily message and you are going to turn that into its own individual, I can send this at any time template. And all you have to do is click on the message, click on the 3 dots here. Let me zoom this in. I think I can zoom this in for you. Yeah. Click on the 3 dots that you see right here. Click on those and then click new template. Okay. Once you've clicked new template, you're just going to title it. So for me, it's going to be day 1, week 1. Okay. Title it and then click save. You now have a new template there. Okay. You're going to go through and we're going to do that for every single day of the campaign you're using. So I'll do it one more time to show you. So go into the campaign, week 1 clients. We open up day 2 and we click those 3 dots right below the message and click new template. Day 2, week 1 and save. Okay. You would do that for almost all the days, as many days as you want. I think 2 days is more than enough. Okay. So then what you're going to do is you go, great. So now I've got a way that, oh, you're already on day 1. I need to send that right now. But what we don't want to do is then add them to your week 1 campaign where you are now repeating a message you've already sent them. So our next step is to clone your current campaigns and tweak them just a little bit. So all you need to do that is you go back to your campaigns, you find the campaign you were working on. Mine is called week 1 clients. I click on week 1 clients and top right-hand corner, this is something to get really used to, is those three dots. Those three dots are kind of hidden throughout all of Project Broadcast, and they're really helpful. They always have little extra things. So in the top right-hand corner, next to campaign, you see the three dots, you click it, and it's going to show you fast forward, which if you didn't know what fast forward is, that's a way to send all those messages all at one time. Okay. So fast forward, then there's view schedule to see what the schedule looks like. And then you've got clone campaign. We're going to click clone campaign. Now it's changed its name. We're now in the cloned campaign. Really important to look at this. If you can see right here, you'll see clone of week 1 clients. What we're going to do is we're going to edit the name of that campaign, and we're going to call it week 1 clients, day 2 through 7. Week 1 clients, day 2 through 7. Here's what this tells me. This tells me that they're not going to get day 1. So what do I need to do in here? I go here, click on day 1, and I'm going to delete this campaign message. See those three dots again? There it is. Click on this, delete campaign message, boom, and it's deleted. Now, in this way, the way that I set this up, it works out really good for this first one. There's another thing that you have to pay attention to here is now the first message in that campaign is going to go out at 6:10. It's called day 2. It was already built because I built the whole campaign up front. It goes out at 6:10 in the morning, one day after a person has been added to this campaign. That's perfect for a person who's been delayed and I find out, oh my gosh, you already started today and I wasn't ready for them to start today. Now what I have to do is the simple order would be if so-and-so, and let's just use this one right here. If this person said, oh, I've already started and they were a client and are brand new and they're a client, I would click my templates. I would click day 1, week 1. I would select it. It would now add it in there, right? I would send that. I'm not going to send that, but I would send that. Okay. And then I would come in here. Again, there's those three dots. I would click manage campaigns. I would click the plus sign. I would roll down to find week 1 clients, days 2 through 7. I would click that and I would add them. And then the very next day, they would receive day 2 at 6:10 in the morning because that's how my campaign was set up. So that's for anyone who starts, and you didn't know they were starting. You could then go back through and we could do the exact same thing all the way through. So we could go through and then create a new template from day 2. Okay, so if I click on my week 1 clients original, I like to use the original one. Click on my week 1 clients and then go into day 2. Click on the three dots underneath the message. You do new template, right? We already did this. We showed you this. Okay, so then once you've done that, now I've got it right here in my templates. Once you've done that, you're going to go into your week 1 clients. Now here's a little tip for you. If you've got your week 1 clients here and you've already delayed it one day, wait for Project Broadcast to load. You've already done it your one day. So you've got your days 2 through 7, and then you've got your week 1 clients day 1 through 7, your first week. You could then go into week 1 clients day 2 through 7, and you could clone that one. Again, remember the first thing we do is we change the name. So now it's going to be called week 1 clients, day 3 through 7. Go to your messages. And now you're going to have to start to make some additional changes. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to delete day 2 because they are already getting that as a template. Okay. You're going to delete day 2. Then what do we see here? We see that day 3 has a 2-day delay from the time the person was put into the campaign. So now we have to go into each of our messages and we have to change the day of delay because it's actually going to be 1 day from the time you added them to this campaign. So your order would be, I send them day 1 template, or I send them day 1 template followed immediately by day 2 template because they've been on program for 2 days and they didn't tell you they were using your product or program. So then you're going to add them to the day 3 through 7 campaign. So you need to make sure that this now is only delayed 1 day. So you click delay by 1 day. Tell it okay. I always set mine to go out at 6:15 in the morning. I'm on the Pacific Coast. And then we move right through there, one thing at a time. Okay, so here's a final recap. You would do a template for each message that you want to delay that you might have to send manually. And then you would create a clone of the campaign and remove the messages that you could have already sent utilizing templates, so that after you send the template, you then add that particular client to the campaign that fits which day of messages they should have received. I know it's a lot. I know it's kind of confusing. Hopefully you might have to watch this video a couple times, but that should work for you. I'm going to show you another video here soon that'll show you how to use this keyword as a bonus, this keyword to apply to messages so that you could then add people immediately to other campaigns so that they get what they need when they need to get it. And it's all based on just using keywords to send them to the next campaign.